I'm now 60 years old and I've been in menopause now for about 8 years without using HRT. And I'm going to share with you in about 8 minutes what it's taken me 8 years to learn. So here's the truth. Nobody really prepares you for this stage of life. The weird symptoms, the joint pain, the hot flashes, problem sleeping, the crazy anxiety attacks. I mean, who knew? Nobody really tells you about what to expect. I mean, we're prepared up the wazoo for menstruation, but menopause, it all came as a big shock to me. So I kept wondering, is this normal? Is this menopause? Is this perimenopause? Should I call my doctor? What is going on? I mean, I had some scary symptoms in the beginning and I had to call a friend and be like, what is going on? I think I'm gonna die. And she was like, no, Karen, it's okay. You're just in perimenopause. So I'm gonna share with you today the 5 things that I wish somebody had told me about being in menopause. So if you're just starting out in perimenopause or menopause, this video is for you. So the first thing is there are over 100 different symptoms. Yep, over 100 different symptoms, and everybody is different. I mean, I had a lot of them. I had irregular bleeding in the beginning, like super heavy, which really freaked me out. I gotta tell you, I'll do a whole video about that. Then I had hot flashes, problem sleeping, I had joint pain. Who knew about joint pain? I had anxiety, I had panic attacks. I mean, my husband told me I was a hot mess. I mean, who knew that there was over 100 different symptoms for menopause? I mean, really, I had no idea that this was what could happen. So that's the first thing that I wish I had known, that when these weird things start happening, and it could start happening as early as your early 40s, when you start to experience some of these things, it could just be perimenopause or menopause. Now, of course, I really suggest that you do check out your symptoms with your doctor, but you could say to your doctor, maybe this is just perimenopause or menopause, rather than think that you're losing your mind because you're all of a sudden having all these weird symptoms. So that's the first thing. So many different symptoms, and they actually come in waves. They're not necessarily consistent. It's not like you have one symptom for a month or two and then another symptom for a month or two. They kind of come in waves and you just never know what's going to happen. So the second thing is the crazy mood swings, the anxiety, the panic attacks. I mean, I had a panic attack on a plane after having flown all my life. I had no idea that you could have all of these emotional responses. Sometimes I just felt like I was going to burst into tears at the slightest thing. So, I mean, the emotional symptoms of being in menopause really came as a big shock to me. I wish somebody had told me that, if you start feeling more anxious, you start feeling more emotional. I mean, I started to think I was a hypochondriac because I kept thinking, something was wrong with me. I obsessed about things that I never obsessed about before. I started worrying about my health like I never did before. So that's the second thing I wish somebody would have told me, that, all these emotional symptoms are a part of being in menopause. And I gotta look at my notes because brain fog, memory, that's also a part of being in menopause that I had no idea. So for point number 3, your sleep can go crazy. Yes, your sleep can go crazy. I was always a great sleeper, and then all of a sudden, I didn't really have a problem falling asleep, but I would wake up in the middle of the night. I would have hot flashes in the middle of the night, when you wake up feeling hot. Luckily, I didn't really have night sweats. I didn't wake up with the sheets being drenched with sweat, but I know this does happen to some women. But I definitely woke up in the middle of the night, couldn't go back to sleep, or I woke up super early, like 3 hours before my alarm, and couldn't go back to sleep. Some women really suffer with sleep issues. So if this is starting to happen to you, just keep in mind it could be menopause. So quick question, have you ever had a weird symptom that you wondered if was menopause? Has this happened to you? I'd love to know. Please just drop it in the comments and let me know if you've had some kind of weird symptom that you thought was menopause. So thing number 4 that I really wish I'd known before was, I mentioned it before, the joint pain. Yep, knee pain, wrist pain, ankle pain, back pain, hip pain, tendonitis. You could have pain in your forearms, pain in your shins. So I had a lot of muscular pain which again, I mean, I'd had knee pain before, but it definitely got worse during menopause because the declining estrogen can affect your joints and make you experience pain in a greater way. So declining estrogen can give you all this joint pain that you never had before. So if you're starting to have all these weird aches and pains, check it out with your doctor, but it could for sure be a function of menopause, because I've had some really weird pains and they just kind of come and go, they just kind of come and go. Luckily, they seem to be more on the go side right now, so not having so much of them right now. But there've definitely been times when I was like, OMG, I need to go to the doctor. Why am I having all these weird pains in my wrist or in my ankle? Never had it before. And I mean, if somebody had just told me to expect that during menopause, I wouldn't have freaked out. I wouldn't have thought I was dying. I wouldn't have been like having so much anxiety. So I'm really sharing this to, hopefully spare you some of the stress and anxiety that I personally went through. And then lastly, what I wish I had known is that menopause can really make you feel isolated and alone. I mean, a lot of the people in your life may not get it. I mean, my husband, I don't think gets it. I don't think he fully gets it. Maybe if you have younger siblings or friends, even my mom didn't have the same experience. So I really encourage you to share with the women around you that are your age, that are maybe going through the same thing, but not talking about it. It's not until I started talking about it with some of my friends that I really discovered, wow, I'm not alone. Like lots of women out there are experiencing the exact same thing that I'm experiencing. So I really encourage you, get support, talk to your friends, find somebody or people who have been through what you're going through already, and let them support you, share with them. It does really help to share and be in a community. So I wanted to also share a little bit about what helped me. So the things that helped me, because as I mentioned, I was not on HRT. My doctor told me I could not be on HRT. I did a whole nother video about that. So because I could not be on HRT, I had to find ways to manage all of this naturally. So there are three main things that really helped me. The main thing, number one, is to keep moving. Keep moving. I'm a yoga teacher. Obviously, I'm biased towards yoga. But the gentle movement, the strengthening, the increased flexibility, the movement that comes with a yoga practice definitely helps to keep your muscles strong, flexible, and mobile. And it definitely helps with the joint aches and pains. Now, yoga is also great for managing the stress and anxiety. So if you've never tried it, a gentle restorative class where you really focus a lot on the breathing helps to manage stress and anxiety. And it also can help you sleep. If you do gentle exercise, before you go to bed, breathing practice definitely helps. So that's thing number one, keep moving. Thing number two is look at what you're eating. You want to be cutting out some of those inflammatory foods and cutting down on the anti-inflammatory foods. I've also done other videos about how I changed how I ate. And then the last thing is, I did mention, have support. Have a community around you. Find some people who are going through the exact same thing that you're going through and share and support each other. It'll save you a couple trips to the doctor, I promise, when you realize that you're not alone. The symptoms you're having are common, and that pretty much everybody at your age is probably going through something very similar. But of course, everybody is different. I do have some friends that are not having nearly the number of symptoms that I'm having, and some women have no symptoms at all. They just sail through menopause. But that's what I wanted to share today. So if you found this video useful, I encourage you to give it a like. And if you're struggling with sleep, I did record a video about my nighttime routine, what helps me at night to get some sleep. So I did link to it. I think it's here, or maybe it's here. I'm not sure. It's up here somewhere. But I encourage you to check out my nighttime routine. And any questions, comments, feedback, I'd love to hear from you. So thanks again, and I'll see you again soon.